In this episode of SolidWorks for Creo Parametric users, we will take a look at one of the most common feature creation tools in part mode, the Extrude tool. Here I have a part model open. You can see that I have my front, top, and right planes visible, and there is one sketch in the model. It is an octagon. The first thing to note about the Extrude command in SolidWorks is that there are separate commands depending on the kind of geometry that you want to create. Right now I'm on the Features tab. Let me jump over to the Surfaces tab. Here we have a command for extruding a surface. Let me jump back over to the Features tab. The Extruded Cut command is grayed out because I have no geometry in my model. There is nothing to cut. But what we will start off with is the extruded boss base. And so if you are an old school Pro Engineer user, you might remember back in Pro Engineer 2001 and earlier, the extrude command was separated into multiple different commands like protrusions, cuts, and surfaces. This is similar in SolidWorks. For what was a protrusion in Pro Engineer, we will click on the extruded boss base command. And now in the property manager, I'm prompted to select a plane on which I want to sketch, or I can select an existing sketch. Let me select my existing sketch. And we have a little arrow for a preview. Let me grab that arrow and start dragging it. And now you can see a preview using what is called the Instant 3D Ruler. And as I grab that 3D ruler and drag it, come here, you can see that we have our different values on the side. And so we can sort of drag it to the exact value that we want to extrude to initially. Let's take a look at a few other things in the property manager. And before I do that, let me unclutter the screen by let me unclutter the screen by turning off the display of all my planes. And so for your different depths, if I click on this drop-down list for direction 1, you'll see that we have options like blind, up to vertex, up to surface, offset from surface, up to body, and midplane. I'll show midplane in a moment. That's a lot like symmetric, but most of these options, they're like to reference. And when we go to create a cut, you'll see that we have similar options in there as the depth options that you have in Creo Parametric. And so most of that is the same. And that's one thing that I think that you will find in here is that most everything is going to end up being very similar, like 85% of the stuff. Let's see if we want to. We can define a depth in the second direction. Let me check the box for that. And there's a separate drag that we have in the Instant 3D Ruler. Let me try to drag it to exactly 25 on the screen. And similarly, we go to this drop-down list. You'll see all the different depth options. So you can have different depth options in direction 1 and direction 2. One more thing that I will do in this one is we can define that we want to have some draft. And let me crank up the draft value. And you can see that it is drafting. Right now it's drafting inward. There is an option where you can draft outward. And also we can specify that we want to draft on the direction 2 side as well. Let me crank up that value, and so you can see how we are getting that draft there. Let me configure the values that I want, and when I am happy with this, I will hit the check mark. And so there is an example of creating a basic extrude feature. Let me jump over to another window so I can show you some other different options. And the model that I'm starting out with has a little bit more to begin with. I have 3 sketches. You can see that the top plane is visible, and I also have another plane that I created as well. Let's start off by extruding a surface. I will go back to the Surfaces tab like I showed earlier. Here we have the Extruded Surface command. Let me select the sketch that I want to extrude. and you can see how it is giving the preview in the direction. And again, I can grab that instant 3D ruler, but let's take a look at changing the depth. Instead of using blind, I will use mid-plane. And so mid-plane is like symmetric for Creo Parametric. I'm going to punch in a big value that I want to use. I am happy with this, so I will hit the check mark. And so in that way, I have extruded a surface. Now let's take a look at extruding another boss base and some of the other different options that we have for that. Let me go back to the Features tab. Here is Extruded Boss Base. Like before, I will select the sketch that I want to use. I will click on the hexagon. Whoa, that's a really big preview. Let me grab the instant 3D ruler and drag it down a little bit. And so one of our different depth options that we have, instead of using a blind depth, we can use something like up to surface. And for the surface, I will pick that surface that I extruded. Let me hit the check mark in order to complete this. And I will also unclutter the screen. Let me turn off the display turn off the display of all my planes and turn off the display of the extruded surface. I will hide it as well. And so you can see that by using that surface, the top of the extrude took on the shape of the surface. So now that I've shown how we can use that depth option, I'm going to delete that extrude that I just created. Here we have the confirm delete dialog box. I will click yes in order to get out of there. Let me find my surface and I will show it once more, that surface that I created. And let me turn on my plane display. And so this time I'm going to create an extrude and I'm going to use this plane to drive the depth. So let's go back to the extruded boss base and let's pick our same sketch that we used before. Let me choose the octagon, and it still has the option up to surface. That is good. I will leave that as the option. I'm going to pick that plane that I have here, and so you can see a preview of the geometry that's created. And there is something that is similar but different to Creo Parametric. If you take a look at the top of the property manager, there is a from drop-down list. You have different choices for where you can choose your extrude to start from. And you have, again, somewhat similar options in Creo Parametric, but here you can see that the default is sketch plane, but you could also choose surface, face, plane, or vertex, or you can offset from the sketch plane. Let me choose surface, face, or plane. I'll pick that surface that I created. And for now, let me hit the check mark in order to complete that. I will turn off my plane display to unclutter the screen. And I will also hide our extruded surface. And so you can see, even though our extruded surface had that arc in it, it had a curved shape, it is using a flat surface for the from surface. So in other words, it sort of took that surface that I had defined as the extrude and it basically planarized it to use the starting surface for the extrude, for the from surface for the extrude. But let me hide that surface once more. And now let's take a look at creating a cut. I'm going to use this sketch. We can take a look at a few of the other different options. Again, it is a separate command here. Because I have geometry, the extruded cut command is available. And so one thing that you'll note is, unlike Creo Parametric, you can't toggle an extrude between being a boss base, a cut, or a surface. You pretty much have to delete the object and then recreate it. So I'm going to extrude my cut. Let me select this oval sketch. And you can see that it is right now going a blind depth. If I go to the drop-down list, you can see some of our other different depth options, like through all or up to next. Those should be familiar to you from Creo Parametric. But one interesting thing is that there is this depth option through all both. In Creo Parametric, you can define through all in side 1 and through all in side 2. Here they do have an option for through all in both directions. So that is one thing to note. But I'm going to change this to a blind depth. I don't want it going all the way through my model. Let me grab the 3D drag, and I just want it to be a small value. Let's go with a value of 10. But rather than have this be just a blind depth, you also have the ability to define a thin feature. So let me change to thin feature. And here we have our depth. I'm going to crank this. Oh, way too big. Let me change it to a value of 10, so it's big enough for you to see in the preview. And there are a few different choices for the direction. And so right now with one direction, it is going to go to the outside. In Creo Parametric, you can toggle between outside and inside, but here we also have a mid-plane option. There is a similar option in Creo Parametric. One difference is that when you go for two direction, you can have a different depth in one side versus the other side. So for example, let me change this to a value of 4. So it is going to a smaller distance to the inside of the sketch. And I am happy with all of this. Let's hit the check mark, and there you can see our extrude. I'm looking for some of my different sketches so I can just hide them and unclutter in order to show you the resulting geometry without the sketches in the way. Okay, now let's take a look at another variation with the thin options, but using an open sketch. Let me hop over to a different part model. And so this sketch is basically 3 straight lines. Let's go to create an extruded boss base, and I will pick the sketch that I want to use. And let's grab this and drag it up a distance. Since I used boss base, it automatically gave it a thickness. In Creo Parametric, if you just use an open sketch, it would automatically default to being a surface, but you can see obviously it is different here. And so here we have our thickness. I'm going to make this a smaller thickness. Let's make it a value of 2.5 and hit the enter key. One option that you also have in SolidWorks when you are doing this kind of thin feature is that you have the ability to auto fillet corners. So let me check that option. Here we have our fillet radius, and I'm going to punch in a bigger value. Let's use a value of 10. You'll note that you don't see the fillets in the preview here. Let me hit the check mark in order to complete. Now you can see the fillets that were created in this extruded boss base. And let's take a look at another option that you have when you are extruding a thin sketch. And this time we're going to use a closed sketch. So I will go to extruded boss base. I will select my sketch, and let's drag it up a distance. 24 is actually, you know what? I'm going to change the depth here to mid-plane, and let's make it a value of 48. So now I'm going to turn on the option for a thin feature, and we'll do one direction, and I'm going to do a value of 5 and hit the enter key. I can flip it to the inside if I want to. And I'm looking for an option that is missing here. Let me try changing to blind here. Okay, I'm changing to blind first. And now when I change to blind first, I have the option to cap the ends. And so with an extruded boss base, if it is the first feature in your model and you do it as a thin feature, you do have the ability to cap the ends. You can define a different thickness for the end caps versus the thickness of the thin feature. So for example, let me choose a value of 2 for this. And in this situation now, I can change from blind to mid-plane, and you'll notice that it is symmetric about it. So that is just something, just something to note. Let me hit the check mark. And so it can be a little hidden where some of the different options are depending on the thickness, or excuse me, the depth option that you use for the directions. All right, the last thing that we'll take a look at in this video is something that is different compared to Creo Parametric. And this is something that also NX has. I know that PTC had talked about it in the past, but for whatever reason, they elected not to implement it. I was hearing about this like around Wildfire 6, which also didn't happen. But anyhow, here I have my part model and I've got a sketch, and you'll notice that I have a plane that is at an angle. It is appropriately called my angle plane. Let's create our extruded boss base, and I will select the sketch that I want to use. Let me grab my instant 3D ruler and let's go up a distance and dragging it right to 60. One other thing that you have in the property manager is the ability to define the direction of extrusion so that you have something different than normal to your sketch. There's a whole bunch of different options that you can use for this direction. Obviously, you might have guessed that that is why I have this plane called angle plane. I will select angle plane, and you'll notice now our feature is being created in a direction that is normal to the plane that I'm using. You can also use sketches and edges and all sorts of different things if you want this to be in a direction different than normal to your sketch plane. And let's see, anything else that I want to do with this one? Nah, let's just hit the check mark in order to complete that. And then I'm going to hide the planes just to unclutter the screen. And so there you have it. That is a quick introduction to using the extrude feature in SolidWorks if you are coming over from Creo Parametric.